as a Christian, there's something that I really, really wanted to talk about for a long time. And I've been putting it off because I always felt like I didn't want to put the church in a bad light. But the thing is, they can do bad all by themselves because, and I think me talking about this actually highlights the fact that the church is filled with a lot of broken people. And be honest with you, some of those people have never healed. They don't even realize that they need healing. And some of them realize it, but they just there to cause, havoc. What I realize is fake friendship in church. Yes, I said it. I'm a very observant person, so when I go, I've been to several churches my whole life, and I can tell you for a fact, there are people who, to your face, they'll laugh, giggle, do all of those things and stuff. The moment you step away, it's like, oh yeah, you see the look, the stick face they'll give to you. And the reason why, yes, I know that this happens even outside of the church, I'm fully aware of it. But the reason why I talk more about the church is because there's a certain characteristic, a certain way we're supposed to carry ourselves as Christians. Not saying that we have to be perfect at this and that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you need to at least try to emulate a Christ-like behavior in the things that you do. Because here's the thing: if you're going to talk about somebody behind their back, everybody someone's doing the same thing for you too, right? So it's like, how can I be different? We're called to be different. We're not called to be like the world. So it's like, how can I be different? And I've seen this a lot, especially to look. I'm not going to lie to you. I would rather hang out with someone who is not a believer than to hang out with a believer who is fake. Listen to me. I would rather hang out with someone who is not a believer than to hang out with a believer who is fake. Because here's why. At least I know that that believer will not display any characteristics of Christ because I already know who they are. Versus someone claiming to be a believer but is masking all of that bad blood inside of them. They're masking it with, oh, I'm a Christian, this Christian, that, my dear, I can tell you are not a Christian. But you know what? I will leave your salvation talk to be between you and God. But we can tell. There are also a lot of people in church that will say they want to celebrate you in person. They will celebrate you and your success the day you fail. They will be there grateful that now you are back to your level, back to their level. Yes, I've said it. There are some people who literally, when you're succeeding to your face, they're smiling with you, celebrating with you. But behind closed doors, they feel like, oh, you're no longer in their level, kiniko. But then the moment you feel that something or something happens where, you're no longer, that might stunt your growth for a bit, maybe for a bit, the way it will make them happy that, oh, now you're back to their level. And then they feel like, okay, now I can relate back to you because probably things are not going well for them. I've seen this behavior in church, but nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody likes being fake. You know, one thing about really not having as much friends, it's the fact that I don't have to give a damn about your feelings anymore. Because you don't understand how liberating it is not to have to care about people's feelings when you want to say the truth that you feel like you've been called to say. And I've been burned by situations like this and by people like this. So that's why I'm talking about this so passionately. And this is just me raw and unfiltered. But anyways,